Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update from Monday, February the 22nd, 2016. U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry met with Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas yesterday in Amman, Jordan. The State Department said that the two leaders discussed tensions between Israelis and Palestinians in the West Bank and Jerusalem. While in Jordan, Kerry also met with its King Abdullah II. A statement from the palace said that Abdullah stressed to Kerry, quote, the need for the international community and the United States first to end the stalemate in the peace process between Palestinians and Israelis and to move towards a two-state solution. On Friday, the U.S. State Department responded to the most recent deadly attack against Israelis, the murder of 21-year-old Tuvia Yanai Weissman on Thursday at a supermarket in the West Bank. Weissman was a dual U.S.-Israeli citizen. A statement from the State Department said there is no justification for terrorism, adding this horrific incident again underscores the need for all sides to reject violence and urgently take steps to restore calm, reduce tensions, and bring an immediate end to the violence. The IDF is looking for a Palestinian who tried to stab soldiers in the West Bank this morning. Israeli forces had fired warning shots at the man after he came at them with a knife. He then fled. Yesterday, at the same junction, a Palestinian teenager also tried to stab IDF soldiers. He was shot and later died of his injuries. He was named by Palestinian media as 15-year-old Diab Abu El-Rub. There are reports that he was a cousin of one of three men who carried out a terror attack at the Damascus Gate in Jerusalem earlier this month that left Israeli border policewoman Hadar Cohen dead. Earlier yesterday, soldiers arrested a 14-year-old Palestinian boy who tried to stab them in the Hebron Hills, and a 17-year-old Palestinian teenage girl was arrested at the Tapuach Junction in the West Bank after she was found to be carrying a knife. According to police, she was planning to carry out a stabbing attack. She told police she had been watching, quote, inciting videos on social media. And the Palestinian teenager who allegedly murdered mother of six Daphna Meir last month in the West Bank was indicted today by an Israeli military court. According to the Shin Bet, Israel security agency, 16-year-old Morad Abdallah Adais confessed to the killing. According to the Shin Bet, Adais had also been viewing inciting videos prior to the attack. They said in a statement that he had watched, quote, Palestinian television broadcasts which portrayed Israel as killing young Palestinians. A billboard in Chicago calling for the boycott of Israel will be taken down. Lamar Advertising announced on Thursday that it will remove the anti-Israel billboard near Chicago's Logan Airport after receiving complaints. The billboard was funded by the Seattle Mideast Awareness Campaign, or CMAC. It reads, "Boycott Israel until Palestinians have equal rights," and includes a link to an anti-Israel website. And in London, anti-Israel posters were seen all over the city's subway system today. They were part of the Boycott, Divestment and Sanctions BDS movement's 12th annual so-called Israeli Apartheid Week. The posters call Israel an apartheid state and accuse the UK of supporting the, quote, massacre of Palestinians during Operation Protective Edge. The government agency in the UK that is responsible for public transit said that the posters were not approved and would be taken down. The Chicago and London campaigns are the latest initiatives of the BDS movement, which seeks to delegitimize the State of Israel. The last survivor of the Treblinka extermination camp revolt has died. 93-year-old Samuel Willenberg passed away in Israel on Saturday. He was laid to rest at Moshav Udim today and eulogized by Israel's President Reuven Rivlin. Willenberg was one of 67 people to escape Treblinka in 1943. His story has been commemorated in his work as a sculptor, as well as in the autobiography Surviving Treblinka and the documentary The Final Witness. Willenberg is survived by his wife, daughter, and grandchildren. A joint military exercise between Israel and the U.S. European Command commenced yesterday. Juniper Cobra has taken place every 2 years since 2001. Its goal is to improve operations and defense capabilities between the two militaries. IDF commander of the Aerial Defense Division, Brigadier General Zvika Chayimovich, said this exercise is a significant milestone in the strategic relationship between the two countries, a security alliance unmatched by any other country in the world. U.S. Major General Mark Lobin, Director of Exercises and Assessments at U.S. EUCOM headquarters, added that support for Israel's defense has been an integral part of U.S. policy in the region for decades. This exercise, he said, has and will continue to directly support that policy. And taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS from Monday, February the 22nd. At 7 o'clock, highlights from the 2015 Eagles Wings Gala from the Museum of Jewish Heritage in New York City. At 8, senior fellow at the Hudson Institute and senior editor of the Weekly Standard, Lee Smith, talks about how the chaos in Syria impacts the state of Israel and the Middle East, in a program of UJA Greenwich and the JCC of Greenwich. At 9, Mark Golub sits down with author Juliana Mayo on L'chaim, and at 10, Hussein Abu Bakr talks about his unique journey in a program of the Israel Connection and Stand With Us from the JCC of Stamford, Connecticut. And coming up right after this newscast tonight at 6:30, Executive Director of the Israel Religious Action Center and a leader of Women of the Wall, Anat Hoffman, responds to feminist criticism of a compromise agreement that creates a large egalitarian plaza to be built near Robinson's Arch. And that's the JBS News Update from Monday, February the 22nd, 2016. I'm Teisha Bader.